All right, Padres dropped game 1 of this series to the Braves. Yeah, pretty flat loss is what that felt. I mean, it was quick. That was the good news. It was a very quick loss. But Matt Waldron tonight, he kept going to that sweeper, and it was hung over the middle of the plate multiple times. And it got crushed by Orlando Arcia. Marcell Ozuna had a couple of home runs tonight. And, you know, this has happened before this season where it just feels like everything is going for the other team and nothing is going for the Padres. Sure, they scored that 1 run. It was good to see Crony go oppo, Manny go oppo. But there were a lot of line drives hit to left field, and they were just outs. Eddie Rosario got all of them. Profar almost hit a home run. It was on the warning track there in right field. Didn't. And the Braves, they had some not hard hit balls that got through. I don't understand why the Padres, I think the second run the Braves scored, they had infield in when it was a 1-1 game. It was like the second inning. Why are we having the infield in that situation? I don't really understand that. But that guy would have scored, I think, anyway. It's happened this year where, you know, the other team just outslugs the Padres, and that's exactly what happened here tonight. I mean, what needs to change with the offense? I'm not sitting here like saying they have bad at-bats. I think they've ran into some tough pitching. Anyone that wants to sit here and say that the guy that the Padres faced today was not a good pitcher, I think you're just getting fooled by the numbers that you're seeing. Go look at his game logs. He's had some good outings where he's gone 5-6 innings and he's given up like 1 run. There's been some that he's allowed a lot of runs, and that's where, you know, he doesn't have a lot of experience in the big league, so that's where the ERA can kind of get messed up there. And then tomorrow, we'll see what happens with who's pitching. Dylan Cease, we'll see what happens there. He is one of those where you just don't know what you're going to get. He's turned into Michael King earlier this year, where Cease, he's given up the homers, and then Sale on Sunday. So if this offense doesn't get it together, they're putting a lot of pressure on this pitching staff, which is what they're doing as of late. They've lost 5 games in a row. They're only a game over 500 now. So, yeah, a lot of pressure being put on this pitching. And we know that that's an area of need right now for this Padres team. It'd be one thing if there was a lot of pressure on the offense, because the pitching's given up a lot of runs. I know Waldron didn't pitch great today, but for the most part, it's been putting a lot of pressure on the pitching because the offense hasn't done a whole lot. So that's where it's been an issue, because obviously the area of need is probably starting pitching, because you have question marks with Darvish and Musgrove. Inning limit, I don't know about inning limit, but just Michael King, we'll see how long he goes. Dylan Cease has been inconsistent. And then Matt Waldron, how long is he going to have a sub-3 ERA in like a 10-start span, you know? His past 11 starts, I think it's been a sub-3 ERA. But is that going to last the entire year? Let's remember, this guy was the 5-starter for the Padres, you know, going into the year. Some might have argued that he should have been 6-starter. So additions need to come. I don't think people should be freaking out too much about Enyo De Los Santos, to be honest, because that's not a guy that's a high-leverage guy anyway. Sure, he's making a good amount of money, but he's not someone that's going to be heavily relied upon at the big league level for this Padres team. He's just someone that's coming in right now when you're down 5-1 or whatever it is. And yeah, he gave up a homer today, and it wasn't fun to see Marcell Ozuna Euro step around second and around third, but the pitching just has to be better. Let's play better, and that's not going to happen. But we got to remember as well, the Atlanta Braves, they're a good team. They're like 10 games over 500. There's a reason why they've had that success in the NL East. It's not just a one-year thing. They won without Acuna, and they're without Acuna, and they're still winning baseball games. So, yeah, might be a tough series for the Padres this weekend. Bats need to heat up.